Hello, hello. Welcome to Leap Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. So, this is another Book of Shadows Grimoire update. And this is like what I refer to as like my old school, we're going to fix her one day, old school Grimoire that I actually sort of started adding to here on this channel, and it's just been a process. As you can see, there's some blank pages, but that's part of this series. Is I'm going to be filling this up, and quite frankly, doing this is kind of like my own personal accountability. So let's get into what we're going to get into. So couple things. So it's Hathor. I have not put any deities in this book. You know, there's none quite like her, but there are many who are sort of based on her. And initially I had been prepared to work with Aphrodite for a beauty altar, and I'm going to be doing some like glamour magic type stuff, and I wanted an altar space for that. But there was something kind of like a little nudge, a little whisper, a little something. And I remembered there's likeness, there's some story behind essentially maybe Aphrodite being derived from a goddess Hathor, who is known as also a goddess of love and beauty and many other things. She's an Egyptian goddess, similar to the Greeks version. She's Egyptian, Aphrodite, but this particular goddess resonates with me so much. I decided to just use that space for her and the representation of her as a goddess of beauty. We have a lot in common. She also loves music. She loves to dance, and she loves wine. There would be festivals associated with of drunkenness. I don't necessarily become drunk, but it's like pleasure, self-pleasure, just pleasure, all the pleasures, pleasure with somebody, all of that. I love the energy behind this particular goddess. So let's get into adding to the page. So I have some cutouts. I just did a search. I got this off of Pinterest, and you may not be able to see it, but it's actually some information on here. I need to get my readers for this part, but I like this, the epithets here. Animals, color, association, spells, attraction, love, beginnings, cursing, bewitching, creativity, dispelling, love, negativity, healing, love, lust, passion, power, protection, purification, sex, and transitions. So we're going to get this set up. I have some other things I just got from like online encyclopedia. I got some great images from there. So we have this. Then I printed out different fonts because I kind of want a different look to it. And I already pre-cut these pieces out. You'll see in a moment how I'm going to attempt to set this up. These go together, so I'm going to do that. And this is just like separate facts. And I meant to cut this in half. I used my paper cutter to cut these out, so a little bit more uniformity, but I'm going to risk it all and use my handheld scissors, like more about correspondences and offerings and things like that. So, because it's a whole collection thing. So I'm going to put this to the side. And then let's talk about some of the scrap paper that's going to be used here as well. So I'm using some of this. So I'm not actually covering the pages. I'm doing something like this. Okay. I was thinking, do I want to do it like this? Let me see. I've been thinking about this because I kind of like the idea of like a pop-up. So I'll have one thing here and then it turns over. And I was thinking about like putting these things like on here as like book. Well, stay with me because this is, I have an idea. I didn't say I had it all ready to go. So like, that's why I left so much here, because I'm going to put it here so it can open. So so that's white. And I was thinking, oh, well, this would be where you get all the factoids and information. So I was thinking here, and it's like all different. Let me show. Let me see. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to see myself. If I can make this make sense. So, like just little, like, so there's like slips of paper, and I was thinking, they're all different. and I would look at each one. I don't know, I like kind of how that comes across. Anyway, let's get this glue down. let's do that. So since we know we're putting this here, there's a couple ways for you to do this. You can use washi tape, which is what I'm gonna do. I have some right here. So I have this, and I just thought of what looks kind of ancient Egyptian. This is giving Arizona, but it's kind of giving like desert vibes. I like the royalness of this. I love this particular color, and it kind of looks wild, and you see what I'm saying? I like this a lot too, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So let's go ahead and get this down. Not at all. So you see what I mean about the washi, right? So we have that, we have this, and we have this, okay? So let's get down. I love this first thing here. Now I'm gonna put washi around this as well. I like things to flip up or flip over. I'm obsessed with that because now that I'm doing that, I kind of like this here. And I don't know, like I lift it up. So I'll have this kind of peeking out. You see what I mean? So I kept that white. Then I'm thinking about it like, you see what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna see if we like it. If we don't, we don't. Now it's time for this tape. Of course, now more than anything, I want some like Egyptian-esque paper for some of these projects that I'm doing. I want to see that now in my stash. I mean, I guess I could Google it, or I could just look for like, wallpaper, take a picture, a screenshot of it, and then make it paper. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm thinking about maybe doing that. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. So I kind of want to bring this color in, but I kind of like this glittery gold. Oh, my addiction to washi has like become unreal. But before we get to that, let's talk about this. So we have this as well. We have stamps, and I kind of wanted to work that in. So let's see. Yes, you're with me through this whole process, so you're gonna watch me. I could put the stamps down here instead of washi, so it's not too busy. I want this paper to show. I feel like I need a thin strip of something here, but hold on. Okay, so we're gonna glue this here. We want this to show, so I know there's something here. I'm thinking of taking one of these, stamping it around here, or do I bring this down a little low? No, I wanted it up higher. Stamp it down here and stamp it around, right? Well, we'll see. Okay, let's get to it. So we're just gonna put this as close to the edge. Right, and then right about here. Okay, so we have that. And then I'm gonna do the stamps. So let's talk about which stamp we're using. I've already broke this out in some of my other planning because why not? All right, I'm trying to decide which one of these beautiful imageries. I already think I know though. I think I like this. It's not Egyptian per se, but I don't know. It's something about it I like this. I was gonna do this, but yeah, I'm gonna do this one. So color. I think I wanna go, this is like a dark navy blue ink pad, so we're gonna go with this. Cause that just seems right? Like a dark blue, not necessarily black. Although, I'm thinking like black eyeliner as well. This, I love playing in stuff like this. I cannot express this to you enough how exciting this is. I cannot wait to break these out. All right, so let's see, this is what it looks like. I wanna make sure this is good. I'm not like a champion stamper person, so hopefully I got this together. All right, so okay, we're paying attention. Not bad. Okay, look at this. Okay, so I kind of like the busyness of it all. It's giving something, I don't know what, but it is. So I'm gonna let that be for a minute. I have nothing to wipe this off with, so we'll put this off to the side. I will get better with this and be a little bit more. I just started getting back into stamps. I completely forgot, like, you're supposed to wipe them off and all that stuff. But it's cool, it's cool. All right, so we have this. So now I'm gonna put washi there. And this is where I think I want to do like this gold. Or do I want to do this? Nah, I want something just ostentatious. I want gold. I might do, because if I cannot figure out how to open this, it's going over there. We'll see. Ink. So I got these, this washi off of Amazon. And I am so loving this. I'm just going to, it'll just be that little cute little something in here. It's not meant to show outside, just here. So we're just adding little, little touches. I'm gonna figure this out because I'm seeing this and I was like, do I wanna put something here? I'm gonna leave it alone for now. I'll think about it. Okay, so we now have, I don't know what that is. Now we now have this. So far so good. So this will be something very interesting when I first open it up, because when I've already come back and flipped through this to see what do I have in this book. And I loved kind of flipping through myself and seeing the different things that I've had in the book. So that's been fun. So we're going to now, I'm thinking on these white pages, I was going to do, well, what did I say I was going to do? Oh yeah, I was gonna do like you kind of open it up and it's got like all these different sections on here. So like here, 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 and like here. So you open it, it's like a new layer of something. But then we got a plain page over here. I feel like I need to print more stuff. or am I just gonna put the facts all in here and like glue them down? Should we do that? I can cut more. I was thinking about this booklet thing, but now that I'm doing it like this could be closer to the edge. And I can have just, you know what I mean? Like just, I think, what do you, does it make sense to have to flip through? I don't know. I feel like that's not a fun idea anymore. It didn't seem, and then I could put these throughout the pages. Yeah, I'm just gonna glue them down. You know what? Sometimes, I always say follow your first mind, but if your first mind is not first minding, then just do it this way. Do it the second way. All right, we're gonna carefully cut. Oh my God, I love playing with scissors and papers and glue sticks or tape runner and washi, stamps, stickers, cutouts. It's all so exciting. All right, so we're gonna cut that. So let me tell you my connection, a little bit about my connection with Hathor. So she is, again, one of the first goddesses that I started working with years ago. So and it's funny because getting like all these little pieces of information, because I had to go, why did I do that? I meant to cut, Nika. Anyway, I was looking for information. I didn't want to handwrite everything, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I kind of wanted like real informational section here about this. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So anyway, um, and I was looking up all this stuff, and they were like, oh, when she reaches out to you, and they were giving examples like you see cows everywhere, like in real life. um, there's like you'll see a documentary or something comes up on TV that like it's just bizarre that that's happening, but it does, about her. Or there's just like this, and it's not one thing, it's like several things at once. I experienced all those things. That's exactly what happened, for to me, with her. So that's how I got introduced. And I basically, once I understood, okay, this is who this spirit deity is at the time, because I didn't work with any particular deity or anything at that point. I wasn't doing ancestor veneration at that time. I was still practicing witchcraft. I had just recently left Wicca, I guess, in a way, and I was still sort of doing things in a very Wiccan way because that's all I knew. So I come across this goddess, and I'm living in a place in Tennessee where I see cattle farms, and I was a passenger princess at the time, so I spent a lot of time being able to look out the window. And the one thing I noticed is that, oh my gosh, I was absolutely like, I knew I was going to run out. This is older. I've had this for quite some time. Anyway, I knew that I absolutely adored, and something spiritual about like just that cat. And there was miles of this. It's not like just a small cattle farm. Like it was a huge cattle farm. And I was just so enamored and fascinated every time, which was anytime I wanted to go anywhere, I had to go through there pretty much. And this long 2-lane road. And let me tell you, I would hear like a distant voice. It's hard to explain without, me sounding like I'm losing my mind a little bit. But if you're watching this channel, people say that about you too. But she basically was reaching out to me. I knew she was reaching out to me, because, like I said, I did the research, and then I was like, okay, so now what? She's reaching out. What do I do with this information? And I didn't do a lot with it because I didn't know how to work with her. And it was just at that time fascinating that I wasn't going crazy, and I really was being contacted by a goddess. And I realized that, like, oh, did nothing with that. Still didn't work with a goddess because of any sorts, because I didn't trust it, to be honest. Coming out of Christianity, I wanted to stay far away from any type of worship activities in my spirituality because I didn't trust it. That's the shortest, easiest way to explain what my situation was. I just did not trust it. So because of that, I really just cut myself off from the idea of working with any sort of deity for years for that reason. I don't regret that because that was my journey, my spiritual journey, and I needed to go through that. But I'm here now. So yeah, so I'm just doing I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. I'm trying to make it look cute, but I want to be able to read the stuff on the paper as well. I think, yeah, this will work. This works for me. Anyway, so yeah, I start working with her. I start researching more and more. Then, I'm playing video games at the time. We were a family of gamers, and I'm playing games, and it's like, oh, what do you want your character to be? Always Goddess Hathor. Everybody always knew it was Goddess Hathor. So anyway, fast forward years later, she's still there, present in my life, coming up in all kinds of oddball ways. Because then I moved out of that state. I moved to another state, and I was just I was living in Naples, Florida. And I remember driving by a cattle ranch, and I'm like, oh, look at these poor skinny cows. They were so skinny compared to the ones in Tennessee. Anyway, I was like, why are these cows look like they're starving in Florida? Anyway, um, passenger princess again, and I'm looking out. And by the way, my interactions with her are not just when I see cattle, although that is seems to be a theme. But I heard that again, that little sound, that whisper of her name, and I was like, you're not done with me yet. You're not done with me, and I appreciated that. And I'm glad she wasn't because I wasn't done with her. So it has taken many, many years for me to, and I have a page of about this particular goddess, and one of my first completed book of shadow books that I started years ago. I started and completed it. So I did because she was the first. Come on, I had to represent. I had to say, hey, we good, and acknowledge her, because no way was I not going to acknowledge her. But I realized, and when I started this book, that book was definitely at the beginning-ish of my journey. So I have a lot of witchy 101 stuff in there. But with this one, this is, I'm different now. Life is different. I'm at a different stage in my practice. So I just, but at the same time, I want to acknowledge the energy of what's happening and what I feel called to put into this book. And this is what I feel called to put into this book. She is whispering out to me again. And I will not ignore the whisper. So it just means to do maybe, if I don't knock the camera over and everything on here, it just means to, research, listen, follow the cues, that sort of stuff. That's all it is. That's what it, at least for me, that's what it looks like working with her. So you see how I got this here? Do I want to busy this and do it more? I'll think about it. All right. So then we come over here, and that's where we put this one. And this is where we bring out this letter book, and we're going to find some stickers. These are probably colors are going to match better with this. You see, this print kind of looks a little bit like her dress. But then again, it says the gold. Decisions. Oh my God, I love this so much. Oh, look at this. These are letters. And this is from the Happy Planner. But I think I like this. So we're gonna work with this. So we're just gonna put Hathor up here, or maybe I'll put it down here because on the other page is there. So we'll just put it down here. And I'm gonna use my tweezers here to help me pick this up and get this out the way. I'm just gonna lay that here. I was kind of thinking about having it down. Hathor. Should I put it here? Yeah, I think should I put it here? Or should I put it here? I think I'm gonna put it here. I'm really asking and I'm waiting for an answer. If you've answered, you're just as crazy as me, so don't worry about it. Okay, so we have our letters here. We're gonna do a little washi around here as well, but let's get this down. I had accidentally double-sided printed, so I had to reprint those things out. Way to waste printer ink. But I have that, what is it? HP something. I don't know. I have that printer subscription, Insta Ink. I did that some years ago, and I love using that because I do not have to worry about ink. I don't have to worry about ink, losing printer ink or remembering to buy it or paying for it at the store. I just pay a small amount monthly. I wish I was sponsored, but this is just me telling you what I do. And that is how, and so what happens is like your computer has to be connected to the internet because it's going to pick up whether or not you've run out of ink. So you have to be connected to your Wi-Fi. Oop, wrong one. Oh, what do I want? This lighter one or this gold one? I kind of want to use this one. Anyway, so yeah, and it sends through Wi-Fi, it's a wireless printer, and it says, okay, well, they just tell you, we're sending you some ink. And that's it. I don't have to think about it. They just send it to me. And you could pay as low as like $1 and change. It just depends on how much you print. And I am not someone who always prints a lot. Sometimes I don't print very much. And so I kind of just let it happen. I let them take it out. And some months it might be a little bit more because I might have decided to print an entire new planner out, then so be it. And I'm going to embellish over top of this other washi. We'll see how this plays out. I can always come back in and glue this down if it doesn't stick, because I've had that happen in the past. But it's cool. And we're just gonna, we're framing it like a picture frame. All right. Oh, I meant to bring that further down. What are you gonna do? Anyway, so this is my pages for her. See, now I feel like this is, yeah. So this is my edition. Ooh, this is my edition. So I like having the colors and stuff like this. So we have a little pocket thing here. I love the information that's on here. Titles, epithets, we got all that detail. This is interesting facts about her, some correspondences, offerings, a little bit of history, and just some pretty pictures. We have this and just kind of wrapping up. I love this imagery. So yeah, this is my little something something. I do appreciate it. So if you watched my haul video, I got this from Michael's, and it's a candle, a goddess candle. I love this so much. So I'm going to set up a beauty altar, and I believe what I'll do is probably on another page, take a picture, actually print it out, and fill this up with those pictures as well. And she's definitely going on that beauty altar. I will eventually burn this candle or burn it, some of the time when I'm working with her. But yeah, she's going to be anointed with oil and smell goods and all of that, sitting on a bed of dried flowers and just beautiful things. And initially I had thought, oh, this is Aphrodite. And the more I look into it, I felt like regardless of the, kind of Roman Greek look, I'm still drawn to Hathor. And I realized that once I, kind of thought it out and figured out how I was going to set up my altar. I was like, no, it's her. It's Hathor. So thank you so much for watching. This is Mika, Leap Taken. I really appreciate if you've enjoyed this, hit that like button. Consider hitting the join button if you'd like to join Leap Taken membership here on YouTube. It does support the channel, and I have some fun perks. Also, head over to my website, leaptaken.com. You can check out the services that I offer there. And thanks again for watching. Bye.